Hello everyone. So today we're going to be doing the Jyeshtha Nakshatra. And again, what is this Nakshatra about? Well, why is it that two Scorpio people think differently? Why is it that I need the zodiac sign think differently? And as always, redundantly, I'll tell you, each zodiac sign is 30 degrees long. And that sign is divided into 2.5 parts. And those 2.5 parts in Vedic astrology is being ruled by a certain planet. And this is why mathematically you can see why is it that two people are thinking differently of the same zodiac sign. And this is why astrology is not a joke. It's not a pseudoscience. It's not a pop culture thing. It actually has some depth to it. Okay. So during your birth, when moon was in certain degree, that's really how you're thinking, because moon is your mind. Moon is how you relate to people. Moon is how you take in other people's energy. And sun is your soul. You know, it's not really what sets your personality apart. Your personality is literally by your ascendant and your moon. Okay. So during your birth, when moon was in 16.41 degrees to 30 degrees, so 30-degree sign from 16.41, which is a little bit more than the middle, to all the way to the end of the degree of Scorpio, you are known as a Jyeshtha personality. Meaning that you react or you take in things differently than people from the earlier degrees of Scorpio. And this particular constellation is controlled by Mercury. So you have Scorpio energy, which is ruled by Mars, and now moon is also having the energy of the energy of Mercury. Okay, and the symbolism for this is umbrella. Umbrella meaning that the protector, the shield. It's umbrella protects us from water, from rain. Okay. And the deity, the mythological deity that it is represented by, I believe it's Indra, who saved us from a huge, Malala's demon that was, I think, trying to get the Ganges River away from India, the water. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it. I just know the actual nakshatra. So let's see how these people think and how these people react compared to the other personalities. So if you want to talk about the dark side of Scorpio, this is where the energy lies of dark side of Scorpio. Scorpio that is so protective of him or herself is that it's ready to, sting anybody at any given moment. This is a very, very aggressive nakshatra. This nakshatra makes a person very proud, but however, they may be in danger of having that negative ego, or ego that is just not able to comprehend exactly what the ego is about. Okay, because an example, this person is like this. They're trapped in a hole. They're looking up, okay, and they don't know how they got there. However, 10 people are looking at him, and without ever thinking about it, without ever knowing, they're gonna look at him and say, "When I come out, I'm gonna get you. That's it. Screw you all." And even though those people might be mute and they can't say anything to him. It might be some group of mute people walking and they're trying to save him. Yet this person just thinking, they're all just put me down here and I'm going to screw them. So this is why these people become very aggressive. They have that aggressive side of Mars that is very protective. They say, you better not come close to me and screw me because I will sting you. Okay, so they become very of that proudy nature. They become very much about confused personality that just get ticked off like that. You might think this person is crazy, but literally, technically speaking, this is how they're reacting. Because remember, moon is deviated in Scorpio. Okay, it is weak, and moon is water. Moon is emotions, and when emotion goes in such a depth, which is Scorpio represents, it really is on the dark side of itself. It's turbulent. So when the wave comes, that darkness, goes up and down even more. And when Mercury energy is there, and remember, Mercury is not a friend of moon. Mercury is irritated by the moon. So it's not a very, stable mindset when Mercury is ruling it. However, Mercury is trying to give more logical side to this person. He said, look, think about before you do something. Think about before you get those people, that find out who really put you here before you do it. But these people are so going up and down that one minute they will sting it, but the next minute they'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I did this. I know you didn't do it. Or did you do it? It's like back and forth kind of warfare that's going on. So yeah, this is the part where moon really gets into the turbulent nature, where before the water is kind of subtle in the previous nakshatra or in the beginning nakshatra. But this middle degrees to the end degrees is where the moon just feels like trapped. They can't trust anyone. You know, when they fall in love, they fall deep, deep, deep within like just one look at the person. So that's what this nakshatra really does to a person. And this nakshatra really represents the warfare mentality. So, you know, career-wise, it doesn't matter. These guys can make really ruthless generals, okay, really ruthless dictators, because they just want to be in command and they want to feel proud about themselves. But, you know, those shrewd businessmen that people think Scorpios are, well, when the moon is in here, it really makes that kind of a personality. However, don't just judge a horoscope or a person based on just one alignment that I'm talking about. This is just a one piece of the puzzle. You know, if this moon is with some other planet or being aspected by other planet, it's going to neutralize the situation. So never think that. But I'm just giving you this one broad explanation of what Jyeshtha people are. You know, this is where you do not really feel settled in your mind up until the age of 32. After 32, all planets, you know, reduce their effect. They kind of slow down in pace. With age, they always slow down in pace. So up until 32, they really have to struggle with their mind. Okay? So guys, this was my analysis on Jyeshtha Nakshatra. If you're new to my channel, subscribe above because you just got some really cool information. So what you do, you subscribe. Of course you will. Of course you will. You love me. And if you want to know more about astrology and the secrets of astrology, check out my link below. Check out my website there, my articles, and my book, Astrology at the Speed of Light. All right? I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.